electronic cigarettes healthier than regular ones? A new study out of London tonight says yes. Researchers say e-cigs cut tobacco-related deaths, and they argue stricter regulations may not be necessary. Meantime, American researchers say there is currently no scientific evidence about the safety of e-cigarettes. Despite that study, cities across the country are starting to ban e-cigarette use in public. Places like Boston, New York, Los Angeles restricting their use, and now Tempe is joining the list here in Arizona. ABC 15's Sarah Goldenberg is joining us live. And Sarah, the e-cigarette debate kind of starting to sound familiar here.
Yeah, well, as you know, Steve, voters outlawed smoking in public places a few years ago, and now people are really fired up over where you can and can't use e-cigarettes. They don't emit secondhand smoke, but there are still a lot of questions out there.
E-cigarettes are popping up everywhere, from restaurants to city streets, bothering some people.
I have asthma. A lot of people have asthma. Just any little smell will set it off.
But not everyone.
Whatever you breathe in the air from pollution has got to be 10 times worse.
Arizona's Attorney General says the state's smoke-free ban doesn't apply to e-cigarettes, which means you could find people using them in places like bars and restaurants, even museums. The Arizona Department of Health Services says it's too early to tell what kind of health risks e-cigarettes pose.
It's clearly less harmful than an actual cigarette or cigar or a pipe, any kind of lit tobacco.
Director Will Humble says there is nicotine vapor in e-cigarettes, but it's not a tobacco product.
Are electronic cigarettes the kind of an indoor air contaminant that leads to a compelling reason to regulate it from a public health perspective? I don't really think so.
Tempe just restricted the use of e-cigs. They're now only allowed where regular cigarettes can be smoked. Some smokers say it's unfair.
Until they find, hard evidence that it's harmful to anybody else, I mean, why should they ban them?
But non-smokers we talked to were happy with the ban, saying they should be treated the same.
You're holding it to your mouth, and it's still some kind of film or smoke or whatever's coming out.
Now we're told Tempe is the first city in the state to restrict e-cigarettes in public places. That will go into effect in 30 days. Now, Steve, right now the FDA is taking a look and making some new recommendations when it comes to using these e-cigarettes.
Yeah, we're just beginning to learn what's in that vapor, and I think that's the big question here. Thanks so much, Sarah.